All right, let me get back to normal shit. You know what I'm saying? My last blog, goddamn, pissed some of you off or you unsubscribe. Man, that's on y'all, but I had to keep it real because I get tired of saying stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? Like Ho said, believe half of what you see, none of what you hear. Anyway, you looking at the artwork for The Cool 2. Lupe Fiasco. It ain't no date for it. You know what I mean? But he did release the artwork, and I am ecstatic because The Cool was one of my favorite Lupe Fiasco albums. Period. You know what I mean? This is before he got into the whole label dispute about his music and his catalog and what he should release. This was just some of the dopest work that I ever seen from an artist. Because Food and Liquor, that changed the game. And as me being a fan of him, I was like, wow, like what can he do to top this? And he came out with The Cool, and I was like, wow. From the artwork to the booklet to the music itself. I mean, there's so many dope songs on here. You know, it's hard for me to even name a top five. I would have to literally sit with the album again and just reminisce and be like, okay, what songs am I feeling the most? You know what I mean? Because it's not no whack songs on this project. You know, some still argue like this is his best work to date. I'll put this against Tesla and Youth. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I would probably put The Cool before Tesla and Youth because of the vibes and the feeling that I got from it. But I mean, this is dope. If you bought the album, you remember the original artwork from the album, and I think this is a great way to set up for people wondering if he was going to release The Cool 2, because he hinted at it earlier this year, and we thought we'd have it already, but instead we got Tesla and Youth. So actually saying that we may get it, sometime next year is pretty dope. You know what I mean? But as I always say, when artists does, they continue from the first body of work and then they turn it into a sequel, we gonna need that trilogy. So before his career is said and done, I think we gonna need Food and Liquor 3, and we gonna need The Cool 3. Like, it just makes sense because you can't just have you know, a sequel with no trilogy. It don't make sense. But it's just, the artwork is just amazing. Just looking at it like, okay, it has a deep meaning behind it because that's how Lupe is, and that's the thing about him that I appreciate and admire so much. You think you know something, but it's a deeper meaning to it. So I don't have too much to say. I'm just excited, waiting for it, to see what he gonna do. Um, I would love to hear some new music from him before the year is up. He was supposed to work on 2 albums this year. He did release Tesla and Youth, and it was another project, I forget the name of it, that he was supposed to release this year. But I don't know if he's still going to do it. You never know. But are you guys excited for it? The real Lupe fans, not you new fans that seem to think lasers is what defines Lupe. That's the first time you heard him. The actual fans, from even his mixtape days. You know what I mean? Because if you know The Cool, lyrically ain't nothing about to fuck with this. I don't care who you pit up against him. Not being biased, not being none of that shit. You can pit The Cool up to anything that's out now, and The Cool will still come out on top. Pause. You feel me? But yeah, I'm definitely waiting for this. I definitely feel like 2016, it could be a good year for hip hop. I don't know if it'll be better than 2015, but it damn near can be, something dope depending on what artists come out. I think we're gonna get a few surprises next year from artists that we kind of didn't think was still doing music. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'm out.